Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to finally be able to share this story with you guys. I've been wanting to for almost a year now, but it was just not the right time. I didn't just want to, post a video being like, oh, I quit 2 jobs and that's it, I wanted to kind of like have a punchline to it. So I had to be patient and wait. The reason I'm sharing this is because I feel like many people can relate to it and nobody's life is perfect. What we see on social media is just a perfect moment, and that's all it is, a moment. But life also consists of other kind of moments, like sad moments, stressful moments, unhappy moments, and so on. Nobody has it figured out, or let's say most people don't have it figured out. And how do I know this? Because I'm trying to figure shit out, and when you look around and ask other people, you realize that they're just as clueless as you. We're all in this together, guys. We're all in this together. What cats sing along. Yeah, I grew up with High School Musical. Which brings me back to why I wanted to make this video. In my last hang with Wang, I mentioned that I got a new job, but how did I get there? I've been permanently living in Cologne for a year and a half now, and before that I worked on different cruise ships for about 2 years. That's also job number 1 that I quit last year. It was just, time to move on and get back on land and all that. I did a video about that, so I'm not gonna go into detail. You can watch it here. That was a 50-50 chance of me being right now. Now on to job number 2. My initial plan was to finish my contract, go home, travel to Vietnam for vacation, come back to Germany, and then starting to apply for jobs. I studied event management, so that was also the field that I wanted to get into. What happened was that while I was still on board, a company located here in Cologne from the tourism hospitality industry recruited me. I arrived back in Germany on Sunday morning and sent them my CV Sunday evening, and everything happened super fast. I got the job before I flew out to Vietnam. It wasn't what I initially wanted to do, but the company is known in the industry. The job title indicated that it would be somewhat related to events, and it was just a huge opportunity. I would have been stupid not to say yes. Transitioning from working on a cruise ship to going back on land is not always easy, and it's not a given that you find a job right away afterwards. So really, I just had to say yes. So I moved to Cologne, started the job, and it was not good. I don't want to say it was a mistake, because really it wasn't. You live and you learn, and I learned that it was just not right for me. And it doesn't mean that the job was shitty or that it can't be right for someone else. It was just not for me. And how I felt about the job had absolutely nothing to do with my colleagues or the company. I just didn't feel challenged and didn't see a lot of growing potential for myself. I was really dreading it to go to work, and that was really a first for me. I know that there are always bad days. It doesn't even have to be the job. It could be anything, like relationship or a hobby or whatever. You always have bad days, and that's absolutely normal, but it was the first time that I overall felt like this about a job. And I didn't know what to do. Should I quit, or should I stay longer until I have an unlimited contract and then look for something new? I decided to quit because I'm always for doing what makes you happy and leaving a situation that makes you unhappy. So I felt like if I'm for that, then I would be a total hypocrite if I stay in that situation. Halfway through my probation time, I had a talk with my supervisor, and that's where I put it all on the table, and oh God, I was so nervous. But she was so understanding and totally agreed that you should enjoy doing your job. So we mutually agreed that I would be leaving after my probation time. That's where the harder time started. I started applying for jobs and only got rejections. They say you shouldn't take it personal, but of course I'm gonna take it personal when I get a rejection because I'm not qualified for the job. Also, they want 2-3 years of experience for a junior position. How is that even possible? It was so frustrating. On top of that, my mom was super upset with me and we had huge fights. My family has always been supportive of me going my own way, and she totally understood where I was coming from, but like most parents, she was also really worried. And I would say that Vietnamese moms are not the best in expressing their feelings. So even though it wasn't her intention, I really felt let down during that time. I had some pretty bad days where I felt so miserable and just wanted to hide under a cover. And I will never forget how Kale was telling me that she was going to go out and enjoy the sun in the park. And I got out of my room, looked at her, and just started bawling my eyes out. I also had good days where I told myself that it will be fine and things will fall into place. They always do, but the way there can be pretty rough and shitty. I decided that in case I don't find anything, I will apply for part-time jobs as a waitress, do online courses, and keep applying. But it was definitely set that I was leaving. So I thought. I came in for my last day, baked a few cakes, got a goodbye present, there were hugs and so on. I was really cleaning my desk and just about to leave when my supervisor wanted to have a talk with me. I was really like, oh God, what did I do? And so we sat down. She asked me whether I already had a new job, and I said no. And that's when she suggested that I could stay here until I find a new job. That came as such a surprise and a really good opportunity. Again, the day before my last day, the team got a really big project, so they really needed the people and I needed a job. So it was a win-win situation for both parties. And it also made me feel good because that was proof that I was doing a good job. So I decided to stay until recently, actually, a lot longer than I wanted. It wasn't ideal and I still didn't enjoy the job, but mentally it made a huge difference knowing that this is only temporary. And even though I stayed much longer than I wanted, looking back at it now, it doesn't feel that long because there was a lot happening during that time. First, there was Christmas and New Year's where recruiting kind of slows down. I did some online courses and then I had to look for an apartment. A new job is cool, but having a roof above your head is way cooler. So I was occupied with that, and once I finally had an apartment, it just got way busier. I also have to say that I didn't send out hundreds of applications or anything like that. Staying in that job gave me the luxury to take my time and find the right one this time, and I'm really, really grateful for that. First of all, I had to figure out what I actually wanted. I always thought I knew, but when you only get rejections, you start to doubt yourself. I started to question everything and have really negative thoughts like, what skills do I actually have? Am I even capable of anything? What if I will not find any job? And so on. Because there are also a lot of other jobs that I find interesting, I thought, okay, maybe you need to be more open. But eventually my mind always went back for what I initially wanted. During the summer, I found an open position in a company here in Cologne. It sounded a lot like what I wanted to do, so I applied. I didn't hear back from them for a while, so I called them and followed up because, you know, annoying like that. And everything went really fast from there, and I got the job. Now I'm finally in the event industry, and so far I'm happy. I also want to be real though, I'm a trainee now and I'm earning significantly less compared to my last job. Yes, it could be better, but I'm getting my foot in the door and moving towards the right direction. I'm saying this because the perfect job doesn't always just fall on your lap, and sometimes you have to make compromises, take a step or two back and work for it. I'm finally feeling like moving forward, and honestly that's really making me happy. So if you can relate to this, know that you're not alone, and if this video made you a tiny bit less lonely in your situation, then it definitely served its purpose. A day before I left my last job, a colleague told me that she admires that I'm so confident and sure in what I want and what I do. Let me tell you, that is not how I feel, and I don't think that you always know 100% what you want until you have it or did it. But in this particular situation, I knew what I didn't want, and that was doing a job that I don't enjoy and doesn't make me happy. As mentioned before, life is not perfect, and it's not like I was miserable and unhappy this whole time or anything like that. You have good days and you have bad days, and it's just part of the journey. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would love to hear your stories and thoughts on this. Don't forget to give it a like and hit the subscribe button somewhere here. I will see you in my next video. Bye!